Close reading. Close reading is related to the reading that we need to tell our students that they must read that portion of the text. It is important for them in the sense that that certain piece of text has very important implications on their writing abilities. So basically, close reading is related to the developing of writing skills, because we are giving them a particular text. We are not leaving the reading choice to our students. We are giving them a close reading option. We want them to read a particular page. We want them to read a particular story. We want them to read a particular novel and then answer to that. We are not letting them have any other choices than what we want to develop in them. For example, if we want to develop a text, a particular text, like let's say we want them to start writing a report. So what we'll do is that we will make them read more and more reports in the newspaper. For example, any current happening that has happened, you can just cut it, the article from the newspaper, photocopy it and give it to the students and make them read that, because that is close reading. This is what you really want them to do in their writing, and therefore you are giving them a particular text and you want them to go through it, and then on that piece of paper they can mark different things that they notice, which is actually an exercise to make them develop their writing skills for writing a report, because they are just going to look at that close reading and read it and then come to know which are the important parts which a report must carry. Again, the students cannot do it on their own. It is very easy to say, okay, my students today are going to do some close reading. I'm going to get some newspaper cuttings and I'm going to get them photocopied and distributed to my students, and then I will ask them to read it for close reading. But that is not enough. When teachers write that, it also needs some further instructions for the student, how they are going to make them to read as close reading. The teacher needs to let the students know why she is giving that particular piece of reading to the students. She needs to tell them, this is what we are going to read today, because we are going to look at the features of the writing. And we are going to notice all the features which are important in this text in order to write a report similarly on our own. We need to do independent reading. We need to find out all the features, and then we need to also design a similar text according to the features that we have read while close reading the text. So the best thing to do for the teacher is that she asks the learners to read a text, and then she asks them what were the important features that the students were able to read while close reading. So the teacher must give them an idea that those features are very important for them to write later on a similar text. And the students also, they need to sort of sequence those features. They cannot have them abruptly listed. They should have them sequenced in a list so that one after the other they know this is what they are going to talk about. They are going to talk about the incident, they are going to title the incident, then next they are going to talk about the date and the timing, then they are going to talk about the venue, then they are going to relate the incident, and then in the end they are going to look at what is going to happen, whether somebody is going to take an action or whether there are complaints being made for the incident and there has been no response. So all this sequence they need to recognize while they are close reading. Then they need to sequence the features with the help of the teacher. And I would appreciate if the teacher puts all these points in a sequence on the board so that the students can copy it, and then they would know. Again, they can again look at the features, and then the teacher should make them to read the text again, and then relate the sequence with the report again, so that it is sort of a reinforcement for the students to know how to write that.